Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about fascia and fascial. What the heck is that? It's important because it's implicated in chronic pain, particularly in the musculoskeletal areas. So it could be your joint pain. Let's cover what myofascial is. So I have a demonstration of what that is. I am going to be using a chicken thigh. You can see it in the video. And if you're a vegetarian, you might want to skip this part of the video. Let's listen to what myofascia is. And if I lift up this thin layer, you can see that it's fibrous. It's made up of various components, and it's implicated in pain signals. So the idea is that over time or with any exertion, like any sports type of movement, the muscle becomes constricted as well as the fascia that surrounds the muscle. You do a foam roller, provides some relief and trigger points. It releases some of the tension, not just in the muscle, but also in the fascial tissue. So over time, if the muscles are not moved or used, we know that it becomes rigid. And because this fascial, it surrounds the muscles, you could imagine that if the muscles feel tight, possibly the fascials that surrounds the muscle may also have some rigidity. And that's where the myofascial release comes in. What's the hype about myofascial release? Well, one of the things that scientists have found is that fascia, the connective tissue surrounding the muscles, are made up of sensory receptors that can communicate with other parts of your body. Before we dive into these therapies, we also need to look at the founder of these myofascial and way of thinking differently in terms of our body and its effect within the environment that we live in. And that's Dr. Ida Rolf of the Rolfing technique. So she believed in the balance of your body and having things properly aligned. There is a Rolfing Institute, and one of the methods is this myofascial release. Here's some pictures of their hand techniques to release some of the fascial tightness. How effective are these rollers and these tools to release tightness of your myofascial? Studies on lower back pain associated with fibromyalgia and tennis elbow really didn't provide concrete evidence that these manual myofascial release therapies work to reduce pain. But there's other evidence that for lower back pain, manual manipulation technique can reduce reported pain. If you think about it, the manual manipulation looks like a massage. Bob Hope said he attributes one of the components of being healthy is daily massages. That's what people say, but kind of take it with a grain of salt that the promoters of myofascial release are actually practitioners themselves. So there is limited data into whether it's truly effective using a roller pre-workout or post-workout. The studies show that with continuous use of the rollers or roller type devices, the range of motion does increase. So there's a thought that if you have more range of motions, the theory is that you have more elasticity, more pliability within your muscle structure. How about the effects of myofascial release on headaches? It's a mix of some studies saying that there is some positive effect on the headache, meaning reduction of pain or comfort. But overall, the studies really say it's inconclusive. Whether it's a pseudo effect, a lot of times when you're in a study and they give you an intervention, your mind thinks that it's doing something, but not necessarily. And unfortunately, we don't have the technology to essentially objectively measure whether this tightness around the myofascial is stretched or released. Regardless of what the data shows, I think if these techniques work for you and it feels good to you, then by all means continue to use it. Now, the evidence will probably follow. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you found it useful, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.